What's up, guys? Eclectic Nerd here again as always, and welcome back to another episode of Space Engineers. So, in our previous episode, we got back on our feet, basically, and rebuilt our miner. So now we have some of the much needed materials pumping into our refineries. So I think it's about time we get back to the task at hand before we basically lost mostly what we had. And that was working on the base here. So I'm just going to get disconnected. Oop. Camera's messed up, so I can't quite... Oop. There we go. There we go. Out in the open again. So, yeah, as I said, we're going to get back to base work on top of... What? What's going on here? Glass. Oh, that's why. Didn't have my welder selected. That would help. But yeah, we're going to get back to our construction that we were working on, which is basically just finishing up the base here, generally improving it, and there's a couple things that I'd like to add. One of which I've already just kind of plunked down the general layout for here. That's an antenna, because I like playing with drones. I don't know what it is, but I like building drones. It's not completely done. What am I missing? Steel, 37 large steel tubes. You get out of here. Yeah, I like building drones for some reason. It's really fun. I mostly stick with whoa, that's getting out of hand. I mostly just like building detective, like ore drones to go out and find ores for me. I need a large steel tubes. So that's always fun to do. And plus having an antenna is nice for just making it look legit. And on top of putting the antenna up there, I want to expand the refinery area as well as add storage. Because right now we are small. Well, we won't always be small. I guess I'm full. And I am full. Also, a new storage system will help fix, well actually, on top of storage, the additional production capacity will help with constantly having to stop and stick stuff inside a ROB. Because my garage is essentially about to move. It's no longer going to be down there. It'll probably be out here. I'll probably have a separate sort of ROB garage where he'll go and plug into. Finish these plates up. That'll pretty much round out the beginning of the building that we set up to do. All right. Just gonna back off here, just kind of float above. Let's see here. Get some steel plate, just to be able to put a layout down. And all the stuff that I laid here is gonna go away. I am really excited to get back to building, finally. I just felt really bad about losing my miner. That was just a stupid risk to try and take. It's like, oh yeah, you know, ship's got guns. I don't have guns. There's no way this could possibly go horribly wrong. Let's see, how far am I? Okay, yeah, that's fine. Let's see, start picking up my armor block here. So I'm gonna need that, and that, those, some inverted windows. And this gravity generator is going to have to get moved as well. I'm not even sure I'm going to be able to pick it up. I want to do that. Okay, just kind of fly through here real quick. upside down, flip it around. Always makes me nervous when the game starts getting jittery like that. Just get the general frame kind of set up here. Because I think typically the assembler area doesn't need to be quite as large, but when you're building refineries and you need to start adding to refineries, that can get quite large, because once you start building bigger and bigger miners, it quickly overwhelms your refinery capacity, because refineries are quite slow and they don't always like to process things as quickly as you would like. This can probably get moved. It's blocking the yard. Maybe I'll use part of this platform to build like a little deck area that I'll be like a platform that I'll be able to park over. Almost there. So I did go all the way there. Wasn't sure how far I had decided to go with this. Almost there. I'm not going to put a window right in front of a refinery, so... Actually, never mind. Start building the ceiling here. Just get all the normal square blocks laid out first. And I can go in and put all the fancy angles and windows and everything, just so I at least have an idea of a frame that I'm working off of. Let's see here. Am I above that? I am above that. Okay, almost done with the roof. At least the square part of the roof. I think I went over. No, I did not. Love it when a plan comes together. Actually, those should be angled, but yeah, we can work with that. I love my little derpy projector ship. It's just a couple landing gears and a cockpit with a generator with a reactor on it. It's so goofy. Let's see, rotate that around. I wish this game had elevators, because like I tried building one with a piston. I think it's called pistons. They're pistons in Minecraft, but I don't know if they're called pistons in this game. But yeah, I tried building one with a piston and it didn't really work, so I was kind of sad about that. Just because I want to be able to build all kinds of I want to build all the things. But sometimes when stuff like that doesn't work, it makes me sad. Okay. Now the general idea that I like to do with storage capacity is essentially this a tube will come off of here, and then there'll be a hole cut in the roof, and I'll just build on top of that to build up. So first things first, this generator has to get moved. I'll turn my jetpack on right away, because gravity's going away for a minute. keep an eye on my capacity. I don't want to fill up too quick. Okay. Awesome. That worked out perfectly. And gravity generator. That. Just plunk that down. In the corner, why not? I am at almost a third of my energy left. Almost to the line. Jetpack off now. Float around. Woo. Okie dokie. That's good to go. Alright, let me get charged up here. Grab a drink of water too while I'm at it. Because hydration is very important in space. Even if I'm not really in space. Woo. Starting to get really close to the edge of the asteroid. It makes me kind of nervous. Alright. And I actually think I'm going to build 2 additional refineries. Just because, why not? Dang it. I don't like being upside down. Or whatever the game thinks is upside down. Let's see. There we go. Money. Hop back up in my ship here. Oh, I just thought of something. If I build this here, I don't think there's going to be space for me to literally walk through. I need one large container for cargo. Yeah, I am not going to be able to walk through here. So that's going to be here. Maybe I'll build a second row, yeah, third row here, and then I'll do an output tube. So, let's see. I need an interior plate to lay that down, aren't I? Probably. And I'm going to need a lot of it. Let's see here. Actually, I need to lay out the wall first. Because the wall will have my connector in it. Let's see. Alright. Wider angle view here. Yeah, this looks good. Oop. Sometimes the camera starts jittering around when your angle's down like that. Let's see, there. Just a door in here somewhere. There we go. Then I can put some catwalk outside, so I can basically hook up. Let's see, cargo container. Let's see. So there's gonna be a refinery here, which means there'll be a connector underneath here, which means it'll run over to here. I require one conveyor. I'm also going to need a sorter, because I'm not sure if this happens all the time, but it's just a kind of precautionary measure I like to take. That, oh wait a minute, this door may have to get bumped over one. Just because I don't like being so close to the wall. Rob will probably be fine. We have to plan for the future, so I'm gonna put it out. The cargo container out of space here. There we go. Yeah, the sorters. So I don't know what if it happens all the time, but once I encountered where the I'm basically blocking Rob in here. Sometimes the sorters, I guess, will literally like push things through. So like if there's not a sorter after the refinery, it will literally push the ore into this cargo container for whatever reason. It's just really weird like that. I don't understand why entirely. So just as a precautionary measure, I like to stick a sorter after. Am I out of the things? Probably out of all kinds of things. Let's see what we need here. I should have all these things in here. I don't understand. Why are you being all wonky? Is welding just being really, really slow for some reason? There's no way that this is that complex of a piece that requires that long to weld together. What? I could have sworn I had small steel tubes in here. Oh, those are girders. Dang it! Don't make the girders look like small steel tubes, please. Like, at the very least, you could make them look, like, angled differently. Like, why are these both 45-degree angles? Why couldn't you make one way and one the other? Like, how am I supposed to be able to tell from this end? Like, I'm supposed to zoom in really close to my screen to figure out what's going on. It's my only complaint, I swear. I just want the tubes to be more distinguishable from girders. That's all I ask. I don't know if it's cargo containers. I have to finish this first because all of my stuff needs to go in here. And I'm gonna need a buttload of interior plate, which I'm pretty much sure I'm carrying all of it. Interior plate. Good thing I mined a lot of iron, because I'm gonna be going through it like nobody's business. Let's see here. Just until I get my system worked out here, I'm basically gonna have to move the 90% of everything by hand. I have to be really careful because I basically turned this into a maze, and my controls are backwards because I have the camera moved around, and this is really hard, taxing my brain. Too close there. You're too close, man. Wow, I can carry all of that. That is awesome. Okay. Container. That's where we want to put all of the things. Probably gonna need motors and all kinds of other shenanigans too. Start tacking on things I need to make. Try that. And container. Oop. Boop. Weldy Weld McWelderson. Come on! Ah, come on! What am I missing now? So go take your freaking interior plates and shine them real nice, turn them sideways, and stick them with your candy ass. Wait, why am I getting steel or scrap? probably stop motors. I don't need those anymore. So small steel tube, material plates, and steel plates. And I need computers. Oddly enough. There's be a tiny bit of silicon floating around in the refineries. It's just grabbing what it needs. Okay. Hopefully that's enough to at least finish this. So I have somewhere to stick the remaining ores. Because essentially this assembler will get put over there, away from all this stuff. Interior plate. I don't even know how much I need. How much do I need? 40. Dang. That run. Start actually welding the station around the cargo container now. I need to be careful, because I don't know how badly thrusters actually damage things when you're really close to them. Probably finishes off my normal steel plate. Oh, nope. Still a couple pieces floating around in there. And that's probably it. Dang, this steel plate like nothing. Alright, let's see here. Stick that stuff away. Jeez. 620 steel plates. That's ridiculous. We can stop that. Alright. Need to go run and put this. You know, I don't like this anymore. This is annoying. There we go. I need to add that to my sorter. Scrap. This is on, right? Old scrap metal and scrap metal. There. Start making a regular steel up. Turn on repeat. Need steel plate. All of the steel plate ever. Dump everything in there. That's really weird. Wait, what? Where is there a glowing green arrow? Why is that the reflection that I see? And it follows me. I don't like this. This is spooky. Creepy green arrow the creepy green arrow follows me. That's it. There was extra steel plate. Jeez. Let's see what's... to try and bump up the iron in the production chains here. Dang it! That's my other complaint, is that stuff over with a mass over like 30,000 doesn't move right. I just want to move this. And I'm out of steel plate. Because I'm out of iron. Because for some reason Freaking game doesn't want you to move more than 30,000 30,000 of any kind of ore. Yeah, that's not confusing at all. Alright. Well, I suppose while I wait, I can do a bit of mining, because that's always really relaxing. Alright. Disconnect. Turn that back on, just because. Get back down to my copious amount of iron down here. Let's see here. Get a nice close-up view here. Yeah. Just gonna eat a big old chunk out of this asteroid. That's what you do. That's what you do in space. You mine asteroids. It was weird how it like cut down to a perfect square. Actually, I know what I want to do here. If I'm doing some mining and it's gonna be for iron, I'm gonna pick a small asteroid and basically just bore a hole through it because I can. Alright. Use my lights for depth perception here. Oh, wow. All kinds of stuff stuck inside of here. Through the asteroid we go. Some rocks bouncing around inside of here. Looks like I broke into nickel. That kind of makes me nervous having the reactor exposed like that. There we go. I can at least monitor that little tiny stalactite that ends up from mining. Dude, you can't put gravity generators on small ships. Because that would really help. Being able to basically give these rocks some weight so they don't fly all over the place. Whoa, wait a minute. Is it a cave?
Meteor storm inbound.
I'm gonna finish cutting through this and come back to that, because there might be a small hollow cave inside of here. Wow, I already cut through it. That's impressive. Alright. And I need to get out of the sun because the sun is not my friend here. Oh. Depth perception. Hey, is my light? Okay. I wonder if my light was broken. Oh! Scoop just a bit more iron here. Capacity real quick here. Oh yeah, not even halfway full yet. I do feel like it's slightly wasteful that most of the stuff that I mine, well, not most, but a good portion of the stuff that I mine just kind of gets cast out into space forever. Especially when you're mining on such a small scale like this, because when you have a big mine, you basically just push into an asteroid, and at that point, everything kind of just bounces around inside and gets sucked up by the drills. Oh yeah, there's a bit of a cave in here. Just a cavity. Just cut my way in here. Excuse me. Cutting in. Huh. It's kind of neat. Just a small little cavern. Oop. Do any damage? Yeah. Sting this up a little bit. Alright. Take our haul back home. Switch that light off. Camera adjusted. Alright. See if I can just do it from here. Oh, too low. Look at that. Let's see. And okay. Ooh, got a bit of nickel in there too. Very nice. I just need my large. Ooh. Oh, I guess that's the only one it's tied to. We just hop on out. Grab our magical handy dandy grinder. And we just grind the trash away. Should be interesting to see what pops out of it, because he's saying that there's both ice and stone in there. Boop. Oh, pfft. Insignificant amount. There we go. Actually make that right side up for once. Alrighty. See what else I can do while I wait. Ooh, I can finish that. I need to stick a bigger reactor on the old Rob here. Doesn't have quite the power. Overloading everything. Here. Let's back it up a little bit. I need a connector. Course. I don't have much of that steel plate. Definitely not enough to finish this. so I'm actually finishing this. I need a bunch of computers too. So what haven't done this so far? Just go ahead and collect some of this. I don't know if that's is that technically recycling, or it's because it was already purposed for something. I'm selectively cycling. All right, that's good. Swing it around here. There we go. I can start moving stuff between the station and Rob here. Alright guys, I think that's going to do it for today's episode. So we did a little bit of work. Got quite a bit more to do as always. But until then, I'll see y'all in the next one.